Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy here. How are we guys doing today? Are we feeling well? How do we feel about the market? I bet you feel really good if you're heavily positioned in Bitcoin or in memes. So there's a lot of things to talk about. Let me share my screen first, and let's do a quick screen check and also an audio check. You guys can hear me? Voila. Before we continue and moving forward, because we're going to talk about a lot of important stuff, such as the comparison trap, Bitcoin, the memes, altcoins. Altcoins are really bleeding against Bitcoin. I'm going to share again my time frame thesis and why I still stick to my plan since, I would say, the start of this year. But first, there are a lot of cool things going on right now. And that's mainly this. In 9 days and 13 hours, we're going to launch a very crazy, epic trading event, a crypto event. Everyone is welcome. The good news is it's not going to cost you anything, nothing, not even a penny. What you will get is a lot of alpha and insights, daily live streams, workshops. We're going to bootstrap basically your everything. I'm going to make your trading and crypto journey very easy, very comfortable. We're going to do a lot of different live sessions, trading live sessions. We have also lined up a lot of speakers. Who do we have here? These are just the confirmed speakers. More speakers will be added. And I believe this will really going to boost your trading performance and also your insight, because during this period, during our trading event, everyone will get free access to our Discord community, where we share on a daily basis different insights, different trading tips, but also trading ideas and investing ideas. Those who are really curious how that looks like, the trading ideas and the investment ideas. Well, let me go quickly to my screen here. These are basically all the calls we have been sharing. And this is, for example, one of the calls I shared. Nothing in hindsight, no bullshit stuff like it could go up and it could go down and that's it. Now, we have a conviction. We have each of us, we have a trading team of 4 or 5 people. We just onboarded the new one yesterday. Everyone has his own system. And whenever I give a call, for example, Sundoc, we launched Sundoc a few days ago. And I explained why I believe this could go up. So in this case, it was memes are going up. Tron is making all-time high. One of the memes based on Tron is Sundoc. Technically, it looked really, ready for a good breakout. Beautiful fee recovery. It was trading above the high time frame trailer, which is for me like a reason to go in. Sometimes, and this is maybe interesting for you guys, there's like this false notion: don't long or buy at resistance. I believe this notion is really false. You need to buy when your system is telling you to buy. And sometimes it's okay to buy at resistance, especially when you see some kind of consolidation or really soft rejection just below resistance. And your system is telling you, well, momentum is really kicking in. You do not want to wait for that breakout. You want to trade just before it, because when it breaks out, it's going to mess up your risk-reward ratio. and secondly, it's damn difficult to be actually a breakout trader. I myself, I'm not a breakout trader. I rather prefer to risk it and trade before I think a breakout will occur. This often gives me a pretty a better risk reward ratio. So, anyways, this is the stuff what you can expect. So, our thesis, but also our call structure, our optimal buy entry, our TPs, and also stop loss, everything very transparent. We always update our own calls. So, there's no hindsight bullshit, no thing like it could go up or down or that kind of stuff. When we're wrong, we always lose small. And that should also be your mantra. When you lose something in trading, you want to lose small, period. If you win, you want to win big or small or break even. Even that is fine. Of course, you don't want to have a lot of break even trades because you have slippage and fees and that kind of stuff. But the core, the essential, the core message, the key message here is when you trade, you want to lose small, period. And when you win, you want to win small or big, and you want to do this on a consistent basis. Okay, enough about this. Well, actually, I cannot really talk enough about this, to be honest. This is going to be a really cool event. A lot of workshops, a lot of live streams, a lot of alpha for all of you guys. And by the way, what you could do is how to join. Just go click on this link. It will bring you here to this waiting list. You join the waiting list. The only thing you need is just an email address. We're not going to ask you for your name. We're not going to ask you for your email. Your name or address or credit card details. Nothing. Only one email address is more than sufficient. So let's now quickly talk about the markets. This is a crypto breath chart. I want to start with this first, and I want you guys to notice this big gap here. What do we see here? We see here all the Binance USDT pairs trading here above the 200 MA. So here in July, in August, even September, even in October, many, like the majority of the altcoins were trading below the 200 MA. But only here we saw like a really rising uptick here. Many altcoins are now trading above the 200 MA. As of now, it's about, well, still 25% of all Binance USD pairs are trading above the 200 MA, which is not bad, but it tells me that altcoins, they are still declining. This represents the 50 MA, so the majority of the altcoins are 64% are trading above the 50 MA, and this is the 20 MA. So what I'm actually envisioning already is there is some compression between the 20 and the 50 MA. Sooner or later, we're gonna have some decisive move in the altcoin market. So talking about altcoins and Bitcoin, let's do it, step by step. This always has been my high time frame thesis. I have been sharing this chart for a long time. This is on the monthly chart, logarithmic. This is the Bitcoin liquid index. My key message here is you as a trader, or especially as an investor, if you have a high time frame thesis, you do not want to change this thesis on a regular basis. Because it means you really do not have an edge. It's okay to change your thesis if you really, getting a lot of different data points that tells you, well, your thesis might be wrong or you need to adjust it. That's fine. But you do not want to think, oh, this month I believe we're going to go down for the next 3 months, and next month you think, I think we're going to go up. It doesn't work like this. What I applied here is very simple psychoanalysis based on the methodology of Hurst. Those who don't know Hurst, he is basically one of the first who came up with psychoanalysis. He used to work for NASA. He used actually in his time, long time ago, NASA computing power to work on psychoanalysis. So what we did here is we connected the lows with the lows, and what it tells us is each cycle lasts for about 1430 days, or I should better said 47 months. This is the monthly chart. 47 months to travel from the low to the low, from this low to the low, from this low to the low. And we had our low of this cycle in December 2020. And if this plays out, we might see the end of this cycle in November 26, but it doesn't mean that in November 26 we're going to see a high. No, it means we're going to see the low of the next cycle, basically. Another key observation here, it's here. Normally, it takes Bitcoin 35 months, or I should say 1,065 days to travel from the low to the high. We have seen it here. We have seen it here. We might see it here as well, which means that we're gonna see the end of this of the cycle, or the cycle high somewhere in Q3 or Q4 next year. And if we add here on top of it, we overlaid here like these lines here. What did they present? They present the the halving events. So normally it takes Bitcoin about 520 days to go from the halving event to the all-time high. We have seen it here. We have seen it here. We might see it here as well. Of course, there was already like an all-time high here, but of course the cycle is not finished yet. So we might see like the top of the cycle somewhere in October, which also tells me we might see an end of this cycle somewhere in Q3 or Q4. I've been talking about this for a long time, and suddenly a lot of other influencers and KOLs are also talking about this. You could go back to my other YouTube videos. I've even done a lot of different write-ups about this. This is my high time frame thesis. And another thing is, and the halving event is a very important one, as it is a non-binary event, valid, or I should say, a non-binary event for the next 4 years. We've always seen a long consolidation phase, and these consolidation phases are supposed to be very boring, because we all know the last 180 days were very, very, very boring. And post-halving event or consolidation phase is supposed to be boring. Here we have seen a multi-month consolidation phase, here as well, and here as well. And finally, we're seeing the breakout. So I believe we're still early. I also explained different times is when Bitcoin is breaking out from a multi-range, such as this one. Let me go to my Coinbase. Let's go to the 3-day chart. What do we see here? Well, what we see here, and let's go back to 2023, we see here a consolidation phase, right? And then what happened here? Bitcoin is going up. And here we have another consolidation phase, and Bitcoin, shoot it up to the upside. Where was your bullish retest? There is none. The general rule is, if you see a long, a big rectangular range, or however you want to call it, for a long time, do not expect a classical, throwback or a bullish retest. You might see this, lower time frames, but when tension is built up for a long period of time, there's a lot of stamina, a lot of power, a lot of conviction to push the price up, and it doesn't give you any time for a bullish retest. The support resistance flip, of course, very important, but also understand your context and understand what's going on here. This is not hindsight talking, by the way. I've been saying this for a really a long time. Do not expect a small move, and do not expect a bullish retest or a throwback. In this situation, you want to be a breakout trader, or you want to wait for levels. You want to wait for levels to form on the lower time frame, and then want to be part of that trend. So this was actually my target for this rectangle. Again, no hindsight bullshit. I have been sharing this for a long time. Very easy. Who knows why? Who knows why? Who can tell me? I know we have a lot of beautiful, smart people. We have Goat, we have Chris, we have Bugin, we have 2,000 other people watching. Why do you think that this is that this area here is my target for this rectangle? Who knows? I know there's a little lag of a few seconds. By the way, you guys can see my screen, right? It's my chart. It's a chart that I'm showing. But I see on the restream that it is as if it is showing my Twitter. So I'm waiting for your confirmation. One, what do you see on your screen? It should be the Bitcoin chart. Secondly, why do you think that this was my target? I want to educate you. You guys are disappointing me. Well, it's because of this reason. When things are in price discovery, you don't have a lot of tools to use. Yeah, you have like the Fibonacci, and thank you, by the way, um, my friend Shilal, with your beautiful name, you have not disappointed me. So there are different ways. So this is the lock skill chart. So you want to use the Fibonacci on the lock skill as well. So you connect the high of the range with the low of the range. Where does it bring you? Here. No hindsight bullshit. I've been sharing this for a long time. So that's one. I'm gonna delete this. So now you know from the high to the low. Another one is you want to add the distance, like the range high, the you measure the distance of the range low and the range high and add it on top of your rectangle. So in some situations, because this is long wick, it was because the Japan did something with their monetary policy. You can skip that or you can embed that. It's up to you. So this brings me here, but if use this without that long, wick, it will bring us here. So this green zone, so it's actually a combination of a typical rectangle target point, breakout TP, and the Fibonacci. Easy as that. Because when things are in price discovery, you don't have a lot of tools. Of course, you can use like a trend line like this and say, well, if it goes up, it could, go somewhere here, or you could, do it the other way around. I'm not really a big fan of that. There's not a lot of research or there's not a lot of data to back that up. I rather prefer to use the tools that have been used for a long time and that we can back up with a lot of data, especially if you look into Bulowski's work, how classical patterns work and their potential TPs. Of course, uh, it doesn't work always, but if it works, it works. And you do not want to use like a stupid, methodologies without any history behind it. So this is here like this is how would you name this color? Is this blue or green? Quasi green. Oh, anyways, I believe we might see some consolidation here or just below here. Why? It's the same reason. It's basically for the same reason what happened here. We saw here a strong breakout and then a consolidation phase here. We might see again like a consolidation, and this would create an ideal environment for the altcoins. If where is it? No, not that one. This is the breakout, right? Oh, you see something like this. I believe something like this could happen. My target for this cycle, as you guys know now, I believe in Q3, Q4 next year, we might see a cycle high. Again, very easy technique because we don't have a lot of other techniques to use is Fibonacci. Important to note, this is Fib levels based on lock skill. Why? My chart is on lock skill, so I want my Fibonacci always to also to be on lock skill. Very easy. If you it's if you want to create apple juice, you need apple. You don't need peaches, for example. Maybe it's a really stupid comparison, but you got my point. Log skill chart, I use log skill all the time, also on even like the lower times, especially on the high time frame. Otherwise, it's gonna give you like a distort view. So my Fibonacci is also on log skill. By the way, it's one of my one of the guys who introduced this to trading view. I know him personally, so I'm very grateful that he introduced to trading view to add this fib levels based on log skill. So I believe we could see like the cycle high somewhere here. It could overshoot. We don't know. Something bullish can happen, and it can even go to 300K. But this is definitely a level where if we get that, it is just speculative. If it gets there, and we see strong signs of weakness and bearish momentum building up, That's actually maybe a time where I want to scale out or I want to sell all my Bitcoins. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. I am pretty sure most of you are very interested in altcoins. Where is it? This is the breadth chart, represents actually also the strength of altcoins against their major MAs. Why MAs? It's actually a proxy for trend lines. I mean, some authors, some like the real OGs, they use the word trend line and MAs interchangeably, right? It's for them like a kind of a synonym, and I fully understand that. This basically tells you the strength of the altcoins. Also, if you go to the coin market cap, you see here a trend, a very obvious one. Who are the winners of this week? Altcoin of memes. A lot of liquidity is flowing into memes. We have here XRP and SUI. Well, maybe they are now memes as well. Uh, but it's very obvious. Memes are very strong. Bitcoin is strong, but all the other blue chips, utility coins, they're pretty weak. So all the liquidity goes to the stronger coins. So I believe at the moment you want to trade memes until proven otherwise. Just stick with trading Bitcoin. And when trading these altcoins, you want to measure the strength of the Bitcoin also in Satoshi value, not only use the T. We're going to talk about KeyCat, by the way. If someone has a chart request, drop them here. I'm going to do a few of them. So Bitcoin is really strong. Altcoins are not doing really great. And now ask yourself, this is a very simple chart. This is, well, let me start first with this one without any indicator oscillator to confuse you. Okay, what do we see here? Let me go to the 3-day chart. What do you see here? This is the Bitcoin dominance. Very easy. What is it telling us? It tells us that Bitcoin dominance is, doing very well. And altcoins don't really like that. This here is why so many people are not that happy, because Bitcoin is making all-time high after all-time highs. There's this false notion that Bitcoin doesn't make you rich. Well, the fact is, not having Bitcoin, it's actually making you poor, because just holding your alts, it's actually losing money, because you want to compare your alts to Bitcoin and not only use the T value. There's just a few people who have really outperformed Bitcoin hodlers, and those are mainly those who are holding memes. But other than that, most people have actually lost a lot of money against Bitcoin, and that's how you want to measure your performance. You want to benchmark it against Bitcoin and not only use the T. I'm going to have some good news. I think we might see some continuation of this strength here in the Bitcoin dominance. And now let's go to this is like the normal Bitcoin dominance. You just go to Trading View and you type in BTC and then point D, and you will get this Bitcoin dominance. This is the default. This is the Bitcoin dominance without the stables. And I believe this is like the more pure form of a dominance. It sits now at 64%. We see here a rising wedge. It seems like that it wants to escape from this rising wedge. So rising wedge, what does it give you? Rising wedge is actually a reversal pattern in most of the cases, but sometimes it can give you a bearish thesis, but it breaks out to the upside. So it turns into a running wedge. Very funny name, a running wedge. It goes to the upsides. This is not typically something I want to short. If this was something I could trade, I see a lot of strength. Also here on the RSI, of course, it's a meme coin. You cannot, of a meme chart, I should say. It's not something you can actually trade, but it gives you great insights. Look how strong this looks like. This is not something, if this was a coin, would you short this? I wouldn't. And then we have here, and this is a different chart, but also represents Bitcoin dominance in a different way. What do you see here? This Bitcoin dominance, don't get a panic attack, by the way. This Bitcoin dominance almost sits on 75%. So this one here represents the Bitcoin dominance without stables and without Ethereum. I know Ethereum up, Bitcoin dominance most likely down, but still this gives you the strength of altcoins. I shared the formula. You can copy, paste, add it to your trading view. Now ask yourself, if this was a chart, if this was like 1 day chart or 12-hour chart, even 1 hour chart, and forget about it. You do not know what a ticker is. And someone would ask you, okay, my friend, would you long or short this? Honestly, ask yourself, would you long or short this? I want to see some answers here. I'm gonna take a little pause. Take a sip of my empty bottle. This is definitely not something I want to short. I see here a lot of strength. Maybe I want to short if I see here bearish retest and then aiming for lower. But this is, man, this is just strength after strength. This is, tapping here into this resistance, very soft rejection, consolidation here into that resistance area. Breakout, this could be your bearish, your bullish retest, that throwback, maybe even more visible on the 1 day chart. This is strength. So dominance is still very, very, very strong. So there is some good news. Who wants to hear the good news? Well, my ape friend, Orange, I gonna check render for you in a bit. Yeah. So definitely, this is not something I want to short, meaning this actually tells me that the Bitcoin, the strength in Bitcoin dominance is not over yet, period. So what's the good news? The good news is often, and very often, I've been sharing this for a long time. Honestly, I'm not getting a lot of credits for it. I'm also here not for the credits, by the way. I'm here for educating you and sharing my thesis and how I am playing this game. I have real skin in the game. It's not that I'm like LARPing here around and sharing here stuff with you. This is my game plan. Look, maybe I should have used like a different background, but you see here let me quickly change the background a little bit. Damn it. It's not even that. I don't think it was a good idea. But anyways, I want you to notice a few things. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart, and it goes, what was the first data point? 2014. Okay, forget about 2014. I want you to focus, and let me go actually to the very wide. Yeah. Sorry if this is too bright for you guys. Next time I will do better. I want you to notice on the Bitcoin halving events. Okay, yellow line here, yellow line here, yellow line here. Okay, what do we see here? We see a steady Bitcoin dominance and then a big drop. That was basically your alt season. 250 days, and after these 250 days, Bitcoin dominance drop here as well. By the way, I know we had here the what was again COVID, but still, we had here the Bitcoin dominance, and then what happened here? A very big drop. That was your bull run, like your alt season. That was the alt season, and that's the news. Look, we are now. This marks the altcoin, the halving event. We are now how many days away? 207 days. Normally, it takes the Bitcoin dominance around 250 days before it really drops. And I believe that that moment that the Bitcoin dominance drops, you know, this is not exact science, right? So I'm not really expecting on day 252 that the Bitcoin dominance will drop, but it will give me an estimation to look for, an estimation for me to consider to swap my Bitcoins into altcoins. Does this make a little, does this make sense? And also, I want you to notice the following. I do not believe that we're going to see a multi-month or year, I should say, alt season. I think it's going to be very short-lived. This was the first part of the altcoin season, lasted for 77 days. And then we saw a very significant drop from here all the way here. That's 70 days. So do not expect a multi-year alt season. From the high to the low, it's just 150 days if you round this up. So if there is an alt season, my strategy is to play this very, very aggressively. Go rotating Bitcoin into altcoins and then back into Bitcoin or USDT. I'm still not sure about that, or maybe 50-50 or a different ratio, 70-30. Need to think about it. Also, something else we need to take into consideration. So we know now that I believe, but the future has to prove it. The alt season has yet to come. I believe in the 250-day-ish range. And if we're going to get this alt season, most likely it will be short-lived, as in 100 days, 140 days. Still a lot of time, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people will get, they will be trapped in their own emotions and feelings, meaning they're going to see their portfolio making all-time highs after all-time highs, and then it's going to decline and basically lose all their money. By the way, I did a video on selling strategies. I approach this from a mindset and psychology perspective. I believe this is the only one that approaches this from a mindset and psychology perspective, and what kind of TA tools I am using to determine whether it is time for me to close my positions and sit in stables or in fiat. Okay, we discussed this now, right? TLDR. I believe we're still going to see some pain or some how do you call that? Some friction in the altcoin market. But although I believe this is not like the best time to short this, I do believe it's an okay time to position yourself into altcoins, or to position myself in altcoins slowly but surely, not all in, because I believe that this hasn't played fully out yet. Another one is I wanted to share with you the relationship between alts, Bitcoin. Look where it is. This is actually weakness. And then we have Ethereum against Bitcoin. This is a really shit coin. Where is your strength? Where is your strength? There is no strength. There's a lot of weakness. But it's always, strong supply before weak supply, and then weak supply turns into weak demand turns into strong demand. Maybe wishful thinking. I believe that this level here, this yellow line, is actually was actually a key level. Could be like swing failure pattern, maybe not. But I would be a little bit cautious with Ethereum. Of course, Ethereum against USDT is maybe not doing that bad. Look, this was my thesis, right? It's actually making still like higher highs on the weekly, right? Higher highs. Well, maybe not here. I will give you that, but it's still making higher lows. So you could say this is like the trend continuation. This was like this massive macro ascending wedge breakout, retested here again. So it tells me that this level here is an important level, but it's now inside this range. I talked about this last week. I want to see this. I want to see Ethereum inside this range and not breaking down. Uh, so let's see what will happen. For now, it's just a miserable shitcoin. What's Bitcoin, by the way, doing? Okay, not bad. We are in a long position at the moment, making some decent money on the Bitcoin long. Okay, I think I talked enough. Yeah, it is. Okay, Chris, what kind of news were you expecting? The good news is we're going to see an Altseason. I don't believe we are there yet. I do believe it's maybe now the time to skill into some positions, slowly but surely. Um, yeah, it was my friend Stigo. Indeed, Ethereum is really ultra weak. I believe if someone wants to trade right now, really, the thing you want to trade right now are actually memes. And not like real, like the utility coins, as you know, liquidity is really flowing into them. We are here in Sundock. We entered a position around here. This was our optimal entry. So let's see if it's like here. Look here. What does it do? Here you could say, okay, this might be like that. The bullish retest, a throwback. That's really nice, and it does give you like that throwback in this condition. But if you go back to that Bitcoin chart, like a multi-month range rarely leads to that, classical throwback. But in this case, it does give you a throwback. So let's see if this is a throwback or weakness, and then re-entering here, and then most likely I will be stopped out, but still in big profits. Let me do a few chart requests. So guys, this is your time for chart requests. Oh shoot, there were some people also on Discord came up with the chart requests. Let me start with here, render. Where do we have the most price action on render? Well, let me do this. What time frame, by the way? Okay, we all know that we have like different traders, like position traders, swing traders, intraday traders, intra-trend traders, scalpers. Just a tip: if you have a chart request, always mention the time frame. Well, we can easily say that this is a big, strong uptrend. No need to overthink this. What do we see here? Let's go from the right to the left. Down. Look, what we see here is the following. We see here like a strong downtrend. But the speed of the downtrend was actually losing its how to say that its speed from here, actually, because this was your downtrend, but starting from here, this is just a range, right? So this could be your bullish retest, and then it could go up and give you a long setup. I'm not convinced, by the way. It still could be like a fake out and then re-enter here, but I believe it is, if it is going to re-enter into this zone, that might be a interesting zone to accumulate some render. Of course, I cannot ignore this. This was a very strong move in 10 days. The last time render went from range low to range high, it took 24 days. So there was a lot of momentum there. Let me see what, where is it? So in my Barbicated Pro system, so BPBRO, this is my, this is one of the systems I'm using. It's actually telling me here a few things. It flashed a bull signal on the 12-hour, actually here, and then here as well. And this zone here, this is actually your stop loss area. If your thesis is this is a breakout and a potential bullish retest, even though it tapped into that range, it doesn't matter. I don't really believe in that classical textbook SNR flips. I really don't. I mean, something like this. Oh, look, resistance. Oh, hey, support. Hey, resistance. Hey, and then it goes like this, right? This is too textbookish. Often what you see is like some kind of overreaction. Sometimes the bidders are not that strong as the buyers are not so strong as the sellers at a specific moment. So you could see, that price is stepping into that range a little bit. Another thing you want to be mindful of is, especially when trading these rectangles, is when something like this happens. Where is it? Let me do just with the brush. So it goes from the low to the high, from then back, right? Something like that, very random. And then suddenly it goes to resistance, but then it makes like a soft rejection here. That here could be your entry. There is a specific name for that. Shortfall. Yeah. The classical name of this, the technical name is actually shortfall. And then you can take your long position here, and you don't per se need to wait for a breakout. Okay, this is render, just based on momentum-based trading, because we see here's like a strong momentum kicking in. Where's my long? And some people, they would consider this as a deviation, some not. If you're at the camp that you don't consider this as a deviation, you could argue that this could be your ideal entry. This could be here your ideal stop loss area just below here. You can also check like the ATR based on one. What does it tell you? Yeah, it's okay-ish. I mean, if you would like use a longer stop loss, a bigger stop loss, it sits here. It's gonna, not sure if it is really worthwhile the risk, but let's see what other data points we have on the chart. If it's going to break out, what are our expectations? In terms of price action, where can it go? This is an interesting area. This is an interesting area. This is here an interesting area. Is it worthwhile the risk? You should ask yourself if you would trade this. Yeah, but I don't believe it looks really bad on the 12-hour chart. Oh wait, this is maybe even more. Yeah, just based on the MAs. Look, if you want to see where strength is kicking in, on altcoins, very easy. When you see compression on the EMAs, you could use like the 50, 12, 21, 15. It doesn't matter. if you see like crossovers and then that compression, and you see that these EMAs are pointing up, that's the strength. That's strength kicking in. That's your momentum. That's where you want to find an entry. So this is render in a nutshell. Still, this is what we see: consolidation, different from what we have seen here. Strong downtrend. This is not a strong downtrend anymore. This could be accumulation. You could try to trade this, but I personally, I'm not against render. I don't know what render even is. I think it's deep in, right? I wouldn't trade this. I would really focus more on memes. KeyCat. It's this one, right? Like keyboard cat. Ah man, look what KeyCat is doing, man. The KeyCat broke all-time high. This is a 3-day beautiful chart, really. This is lovely to see. Oh wait, really lovely to see. If you're in KeyCat, congrats. Who was the one? Zed, Robin. I'm very happy for you. I wouldn't trade this because it's in price discovery. I find it difficult to trade. If someone would ask me, "Hey, Jimmy, you have no choice. Go long or short, or I'm gonna kill you," I will tell them, "Well, kill me." No kidding. I would maybe look for longs, but not really. I wouldn't even know where to long this. This is indecision. This is a sign of weakness compared to this, right? So you could say there's a slowdown of momentum on the 12-hour, whereas the RSI is sitting. But still, when you see things in the overbought, so-called overbought area, it's actually a sign of strength, especially in a trending market. It's actually confirmation that things are going well. So don't get confused. In a mean reversion regime, when it hits the upper band of any momentum or oscillator, or any oscillator that measures the speed of price, know that you're doing quite well, unless you see strong divergences forming and then it's crossing below that threshold of 70%. The upper band, I should say, of 70%, then that's your weakness and you want to get out. This is the 1-day chart. It signaled here a bull signal here, as you can see, bull. For me to enter this trade, I would say I would be a little bit too late. I hope it helped a little bit. And I'm very happy for you, my friend, if you're in KeyCat. Doge, the market cap of Doge, 15.54 billion. Oh, by the way, those are into memes. We're gonna check with Doge in a bit. Where is it? This is the combined market cap of Pepe, Doge, with a bank. Look how strong it is. This is a market cap of 69 billion. That's even more than Mercedes. This is this is really crazy. Look, by the way, another thing is, look for W patterns at resistance. Sounds maybe crazy, like something like this. This is your continuation pattern. I know, like double the bottoms. It could be like a reversal pattern, but in a trending market like this, consider them as a continuation pattern. I think I'm digressing. Let's do Doge. I am seeing a lot of other people joining this live stream. Welcome. I'm Jimmy. We covered a lot of things. Hope you guys haven't missed out on the Bitcoin dominance, my Bitcoin dominance thesis. Also, those who just joined me here, there's some very good news. Soon we're gonna celebrate in 9 days our trading event, which means you can get free access to our trading Discord community. You can get calls, investment ideas, trading psychology insights, a lot of other different tools. The only thing you need to do, just go to our website, theburbnest.com, or check the description. You want to click on this button, sign up for free. The cool thing is you do not need anything. Join now. It will last from 25 November till 13 November. We have lined up a lot of good speakers. More speakers will be added soon. The only thing you need is just an email address. We don't need your credit card details. We don't need your name. We don't need anything. You just need your email address. You join us, and we're going to spoil you. Really, we're going to spoil you with a lot of alpha. So, Doge. So, what about Doge? Doge is doing well, not only against USDT, but also against Bitcoin. Look, even here. What do we see here? Huh? What do we see here? This is a reversal pattern in this situation, in this context. Very nice V shape, and then kind of a rounding bottom, typical Adam and Eve. Not sure why they call this Adam and Eve. Nobody was really able to explain me this. It's now pumping. Again, I'm not a breakout trader. If I see this, then I would say very nice for those who have Doge. I had a lot of Doge, but because of the FTX collapse, I lost all of it. This is just. By the way, guys, you share, you drop your chart request. Be smart. Also drop your time frame. What do we see here? Look how beautiful! Like this rounding bottom. Where is this bullish retest here? There wasn't. It means there's a lot of strength. Also, this was a. Oh wait, this is the weekly chart. Again, this is a weekly chart on the high time frame, just like with Bitcoin, as I explained. You do not expect a bullish retest when things are in a consolidation phase for many months, because there's so much pressure built up here that this will not give you a bullish retest. The same for altcoins. Let me go to Doge. So Doge, I mapped my levels completely, missed out on Doge. Not gonna lie, you cannot trade everything. And please, by the way, if you're trading, never ever fall into that comparison trap where you think, oh shit, things are going up, I missed it. Me with my lousy Bitcoin trade setup, I only made 20% while others are making 200-300% or making life-changing money. Never ever have this mindset, because this mindset leads to scarcity mindset. It will make you impulsive. It's going to deviate from your system. It's going to make you lazy. It's going to even cause you a burnout. You do you. You do you, and you never want to fall into the trap of comparing yourself with others. And by the way, you're not comparing yourself with others. You are comparing your worst case with people's best case. You're actually comparing yourself with other people's highlights. That's a bad thing. Be smart, be strong. There's always an opportunity. If you missed one boat, you are on time for the next boat. Or I should say train. I'm not sure what kind of analogies you guys are using in your country. We have the train. I'm from the Netherlands. If you miss the NS, you miss the train, no worries. You're just going to take the next train, and then you're actually on time, or actually too early for the next train. That's the mindset you want to cultivate. As for Doge, honestly, other than scalping, I don't see really good. I wouldn't really want to trade this. Again, I'm not really a breakout trader. Like this, there was this small dip. This could be your next dip. And again, I really don't know. Look, this is like kind of like forming a rounding pattern pattern here, right? Now we have like this rounding pattern, but the other side. So you could say this is some kind of weakness. Let's see what the RSI. The RSI again. It's in the so-called over both area, but in this context, it's strength because look, it's making higher high, higher high, higher high on the RSI. Trader 12-hour. So the Biblicator Pro will flash a bear signal. So this was a bull signal, and look how hard it went up. If it's going to flash, if it's going to close here, we're going to see a bear signal. Likely it's going to drop lower. But other than scalping, I wouldn't really trade Doge. And how it looks like, I think it will continue going up. This is my very easy system. Maybe you've seen a lot of things, but let me simplify this a little bit for you guys. I shared this also in Discord. I created like a WAP course. I'm using the Biblicator Pro. So how it actually works is, this is the high time frame trader. So it actually tells me about the trend on the 1 hour. Okay. This chart is on the 15 minutes. This U is actually an up signal. It means go long. This is intra-trend scalping. It means you want to catch the trend within the high time frame trend. Okay, so this is an up signal. So here you want to long. This is a down signal, a D. This is basically where you want to close your longs. You do not want to short, especially in a trending market. This is an up. Here you want to sell again. This is your up signal. Here you want to sell. This is your up signal. This would be could be a break-even trade, or you would lost your trade. And here normally you do not want to look for longs, or even though it gives you a U signal as in up, because this trailer is actually bearish. Only if Doge is trading above this trailer and you see a U signal, you want to enter a intra-trend scalp. So it means you want to open a position within the trend, if this makes sense. And again, by the way, I think this is the right mindset. This is the right mindset. Profits are profits, okay? It takes a lot of time to make profits and to stack up the profit and compound that profit, but you only need one mistake, one silly mistake, and it could be caused by comparison trap or some other bias, and your money is gone. Always compare yourself with your plan, with your strategy, not with someone else's strategy or even highlights. That's even worse. We have a very smart person here. We have GC Byte. He's not saying, hey, chart for me this. No, he's telling me chart Byte on the monthly. Smart. Byte. And if you guys want to even help me, tell me also which exchange is the where I can find the most price history. Okay, 1 month. So I'm here on Poloniex. I assume it was launched in December, or at least listed on Poloniex in December. I cannot make a lot of observations on the monthly, but this is just for now an uptrend. I mean, if you go to the 3-day, what do we see here? So what's our first observation? If you go from the right to the left, it went here down. You see these wicks, but I also see this. This is not something I would long or add even to my watch list, honestly. Also don't know too much about it. So this is like this, typical, you could say like a W kind of pattern. Nice uptrend here. Resisted, resisted, resisted. But this here, this resistance is a soft rejection. Some consolidation might give you a long entry. Let's see what the Replicator Pro is saying here on the 12-hour. It flashed a bull signal here. So if you think that this is just consolidation below resistance and momentum is building up, you would trade this on the 12-hour chart, and this is your stop loss. Basically, you do not want to see it below 0.000136, something like that. Let's do a few more. By the way, guys, if you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoyed me as a host, an educator, hit that like button, share this with your friends. If you hated this video, let me know as well. Say CLSK. I don't see anything here. Is this on-chain thing? By the way, guys, I need to wrap this up in 10 minutes. I cannot cover everything. Sorry, I cannot find it. AI dog. And while you're here, hit that like button. And I'm seeing you, by the way. Hit that like button. Oh, it's a stock. Oh, sorry. Let me do first. Okay. See, full disclosure, I'm not really into stocks. I don't have an edge for that. Just being very honest here with you. Weekly resistance from the Replicator Pro. The daily, it printed the bull signal. But if you go back to the weekly, this is the real first attempt that it is interacting with this high time frame trader, this black line here. A close above will create a bull signal on the weekly. But now here it is trading below the 1-day trailer. So I don't know, man. No, really, I don't know. I'm not really into stocks, but by the looks of it, this is not something I want to long. But maybe there are some fundamental reasons to have a position open. Okay, guys, I love you all. I'm gonna do Zilliqa because I'm curious myself as well. We traded Zilliqa many times in the past. And this is the last one. By the way, let me hear. I don't see a lot of energy here. You like this show or what, guys? Tell me. Okay, this is very similar to render. What do we see here? Strong what? Strong downtrend. A very strong one. But this here, and then ask yourself, you can, when you see a chart, it's okay to go from the right to the left and then from the left to the right, especially from the top and then back here. Does this confirms this? Look what we see here. Does this confirms this? Does this confirms this? That's the question you should ask yourself. Does this confirms this? No, it doesn't. Again, same situation as render. We see this also on, by the way, here, double wormhole. Here, the same thing. This here does not confirm this here. ZIL. Use the T. Zilliqa it was, right? This here does not confirm this. This is range-bound environment. In this situation, you just want to be like mean reversion trader. You want to trade like between the means or from the range high to the range low. We see here let's go to the, sorry, meant to go to the 12-hour chart, my bad. Okay, this is Zilliqa. a dino coin, but do not underestimate the dino coins. This is a strong, clear downtrend, and now it's ranging here. Look, it was trying to break out, but it's still sitting here on this high time frame trailer. Let me check what the EMAs are saying. I want to see the 12, 21, 15. Oh, what do they say? Without the Fabricator Pro. So there was some compression here, compression here, compression here. Most of the like low, like this, the quick high time, the MAs are curling a little bit up. That's interesting. Just want to focus on the 12-hour. So no high time frame. Okay. This Zilliga. Honestly, it looks promising because it made that attempt, got rejected. Bulls are not giving up. And again, I'm not that guy that tells you you always gonna see that classical support and resistance flip. No, I do not believe that. So tapping into that range before further continuation is likely. Also, in just a matter of a few days, it went from range high low to range high. The last time it did it was time is also really important in trading. 21 days. So this is a lot of the rate of change in price is pretty significant. If I was trading this and I was bullish on Zilliga, I would do like two things. One, I would look for longs here. This is a 12-hour chart, by the way, and maybe aiming for here, like the 2-3 cent. If the price is closing below this trailer, what it means is your thesis is invalidated per the Fabricator Pro system. So then you just want to sit out and wait before you want to see then signs of strength again kicking in. But this is not. I know a lot of people would say this is deviation. This is it doesn't want to go up anymore. My thesis is this is just a extended form of a potential throwback. But then you do not. So throwback is bullish retest. You do not want to see price closing below here. But again, there's a lot of strength in Bitcoin, and I believe for Zilliga, path of least resistance is a little bit higher than lower, but I wouldn't trade this myself personally, honestly, because the things that are easier to trade from me at the moment is Bitcoin, and that's again just scalping, building here and there little positions, not very aggressively, just a little bit to have a little bit skin in the game. Wait, where is it? This is how I'm doing Bitcoin. I'm sharing this in Discord as well. Hey, where's my? It's loading or what? Normally you should see my Fabricator Pro here. Let's try another chart on Bitcoin. And then I need to run, but I'm happy to extend this session a little bit with you guys because I'm really enjoying doing this for you. I'm not asking you money. I'm not asking you to do anything other than like this content, share your feedback, by the way, as well. If you think I suck, you can say, Jimmy, you really suck. You shouldn't do this anymore. Or you think you enjoy this, then tell me. Or if you think, hey, Jimmy, cover trading psychology more because I'm working on my trading mindset, then tell me, and I will be more than happy to do this. Wait, I think there's something wrong now with TradingView or my internet. Let me quick. No, there shouldn't be. Again, Bitcoin USDT. Let's go to this one. Then this is a last chance. Yeah, there is. I was just impatient. Sorry for you guys to see a lot of things on this chart, but the only thing I just use the volume profile. Normally, my thesis is very easy. If there's an uptrend, this is a 50-minute chart again. I'm using these views as an entry. I've been sharing this a lot of times. I've made a video on this. I've shared my own trade setups on Twitter. Some of them. You want to long when it gives you a U signal. This is for our Discord community, because everyone should have Replicator Pro by now. You want to long when it gives you U signal. Want to go long when it gives you U signal, especially when a price is trading above the 1 hour trader. This is the high time frame trader set on the 1 hour. You want to get out if you see that there are actually a few ways how to get out of a trade. If it is closing below the high time frame trader or the time frame trader based on the 15 minutes, because you see two of them. This here, for example, is the 15-minute trader, right? And this is the thick line is the 1 hour, like that's your governance trader, which tells you, okay, in this condition you could go long. This is the low time frame, right? So if it is closing below here, a high time frame trader, you want to close this position. Or if you see this thick line here, this one, that's basically your filter, your baseline filter. Price action below it, you want to get out of it. And it's a very profitable system. I've done a video on it. I've been sharing also a lot of trade setups. But the thing is, it doesn't always give you a signal. And I've tested really on a lot of other altcoins and even like the high caps. I'm mainly using this on Bitcoin. And sometimes you do have some whipsawing. It gives you a signal and then it's a false signal. So that's why whatever system you're using, never ever aim for a very high win rate. If you're trading, like if your average R is, let's say, a 2, you don't need to win most of your trades. You can easily lose most of your trades, and a few of your trades will compensate most of your losses, and you're still making money. Trading is all about making money rather than aiming for that high win rate and making high profit. It's a marathon, right? It's not a sprint. If you're looking for a system that gives you quick money, really, that mindset is a gambler's mindset. It's a scarcity mindset. It's a mindset that no trader ever made a lot of money with that mindset. Yes, your mindset is you're here to make money, but with a strategy and an edge. And it's up to you to build up that edge over time. So TLDR, my view on the Bitcoin dominance. I'm going to wrap this up and then I'm going to run. The Bitcoin dominance is still rising. If this was a chart I could trade, I never gonna look here for shorts, honestly. This is the Bitcoin dominance without Ethereum and alts. It's sitting almost at 75%. This is just strength, amazing strength. Respect for Bitcoin. Also, I forgot to share this with you, but also understand that 2.6 million Bitcoins are now in the hands of countries, ETFs, and companies. Never ever will they sell their Bitcoins and swap into altcoins. They will not do this. It will be very illogical. They will never do this. So it really should come from, not from institutions, right, but from retail. And I believe we are still early. My other key finding is the following. Where's the Bitcoin dominance? Never mind. I will use this here, BTC point D. This is the Bitcoin dominance. Let's plot the halving events. Often 250 days after an halving event, we see the Bitcoin dominance dropping, because we have seen, let me go to the weekly chart. We have seen it here. Oh man, I need to change the colors again. Wait, no, yeah, white. And why it's doing like, oh yeah, I don't want to extend the bottom. Look, 250 days more or less, and it did what? It dropped the Bitcoin dominance. Here as well, this was your alt season, and I believe we're going to see something similar. This is now a Bitcoin cycle. Alt season will benefit, but I don't believe the time is there yet. I believe this could happen in Q1 or maybe Q4. But I do believe it's maybe a good time to position yourself a little bit, to have a skin in the game already. And I really believe the best time is yet to come. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this up. Again, the very good news we have here is, again, we have our trading event. Everyone can join. You're going to learn a lot of stuff from me, from Adrian, from the Burpness team. We have lined up amazing speakers. You're going to learn a lot from them. On top of that, we're going to give you free access to our Discord community. You don't need to pay anything, really. And you don't need to share any personal data with us. The only thing you need is an email address, and that's it. And you can join us, learn. You can do swing trades with us. You can do scalps with us. I'm also responsible for trading psychology, so I'm sharing a lot of trading psychology content along with TA and investment ideas. Until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, see you around. And again, hit that like button. I enjoyed this stream very much. God bless, and see you next time. Bye bye.